What's great about Flintstones is that it was animated, but it still had a laugh track.
Yeah.
So there's somebody drawing it and like, wait, this is what it is. And then people laugh.
The audience had to laugh really slow.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure the audience was animated too, though. They were probably.
Well, think about MASH during its 11-year run. MASH was a single camera comedy based on a Robert Altman film.
Crazy.
With a theme song called "Suicide is Painless," which they kept. And I was like, well, we don't want to lose that. Suicide is painless. A single camera comedy about a war, about doctors patching people together, literally having blood spraying on their face. It was always single camera, but sometimes it had a laugh track, and sometimes it didn't.
It didn't in the operating room. That was the distinction they made.
Well, they would, yeah.
When you're operating on a,
but also,
when you're pretend operating, I mean, that's not a joke.
They were still doing bits, though. They're still doing bits.
They're still doing bits. But there's blood spraying.
You know that I just sold 12 Years a Slave over at Fox, right? As a comedy with Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart? I don't know how, but that's the most horrible thing I've ever heard.
Oh, it's gonna be funny. We're not gonna. I mean, we're gonna keep some of the stuff. We're gonna keep Slave and all that stuff.
Right.
But it's gonna be.
It can only run 12 seasons, though.
Yeah, that's right.
It's limited. It can only run 12
But
seasons.
he keeps. I heard. You worked a lot of Home Alone elements into it. Like he's trying to stop being a slave, and there's there's bumbling slave owners trying to.
There are these two white slave owners. They bonk
and
heads.
he uses a MacGyver-like kind of intuition to.
That's the whole joke of the thing. Like he's so much smarter than them, and they're always falling in the trap. But he's still a slave.
It's like Gilligan's Island.
12 Years a Slave, and then we're going to do 2 years as a real estate executive or a real estate agent.
just for international.
Yeah, just because we lost some of the cast and we wanted to hit that 14-year mark. So yeah, it'll be like 12 Years a Slave, 2 years at Caldwell
2 years
Banker.
a real estate executive.
I don't know if Kevin Hart can pull
that's
off.
our after mash, you know.
I don't know if Kevin Hart can pull off real estate executive.
Don't make fun of Kevin Hart.
When they did After MASH, none of these kids know what we're talking about.
No, they
but
don't.
What is After MASH?
They're probably dimly aware of it. They know there was a show called MASH. It was based on the Korean War.
Who knows about the MASH? Who knows about it? Okay.
The show MASH lasted 11 years.
Okay, now who's seen it? Same people.
So there was a multi-camera show that they aired for 6 episodes called After MASH about like 3 of the MASH characters moving into an apartment together.
Ones, right?
The best ones, the ones you want.
The best ones.
Well, okay.
Hawkeye?
No.
Hot
No,
Lips?
not Radar. No, sorry.
Hot Lips?
Okay, Klinger, Father Mulcahy, and Colonel Potter. And they moved.
Colonel Potter only had to do 2 out of every 6.
But the thing, I Wikipedia'd it recently. It was like, did After MASH really happen? And I kind of Wikipedia'd it, and they talked about the fact that they were promoting it because they were up against the A-Team. So they had these promotions where Klinger was shaving a mohawk off of a guy who had his back turned to camera.
Yeah, they're like,
I'll take your mohawk. Like, we're gonna fuck you up, A-Team.
Was Klinger a barber in the?
It's After MASH.
There was the presumption that he was always removing a lot of hair from his body.
Right.
Because he was Lebanese, so
Yeah, he was into
drag.
grooming.
What were the characters that they introduced? I mean, there wasn't 3 people.
And
Were
was
there
it not in the Korean War? Where are they now?
It takes place.
In the aftermath of the Korean War?
It took place in America. Like, they went back home.
Well, that's the weird thing because, of course, as we know, the Korean War lasted, 20
2 years. Oh, Korean War is 2 years, right?
Yeah, and
50
the series lasted 11 years, and which is why Sony is always like so frustrated with me. Like they're like, look, this isn't rocket science. Like, it's okay that he said he needed a 4-year degree. Just fucking make a TV show until we're all dead.
Right.
I wanted to make a sitcom that was.
It'll be too late for a refund.
We've established they're not very.
You'll
bright.
have their money.
Yeah. I did Golden Palace, so I have to recuse myself from this conversation.
What's Golden Palace?
Golden Palace, it does sound like a Chinese restaurant, but it was the spin-off of the Golden Girls with 3 of the Golden Girls, Don Cheadle.
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you seriously
He worked on Golden Girls.
I worked on the Golden Girls as a young man, and then they
What was
did,
your- what
and
was
then,
your- played
and
young
then
man?
I was the young man.
Number 2.
Okay. Not so funny, Mitch. Mitch Hurwitz in. Getting teased.
Come on, guys. Don't treat me like I'm a fucking Schraub over here, okay? I've been doing this.
No, you haven't.
I
Wait,
know.
Mitch, what was your rank on Golden Girls?
Well, here's the on Golden Girls was low level. I think it got up to producer or something, which sounds high level.
That's high level.
I know it sounds like it, but it's really. But then they did this new show.
You were Overlord on Arrested Development, right?
Underlord.
Okay.
Jack Lord. I was no. So there's a.
Christ.
I know.
Jack Lord.
This is the rehearsal, right? When do we do the actual? So anyway, they have the Golden Girls.
Jack
Three
Lord.
of the Golden Girls. B Arthur leaves. And
the Donald Glover of the Golden Girls.
Of the Golden Girls. And I was suggesting they bring in like Tony Randall or something like that. But they said, no, we have a better idea. And the idea was the Golden Girls are broke, right? They have no money. So they buy a $30 million hotel.
They're Silver Girls.
They buy a $30 million hotel in Miami, and then they have to they have to clean the rooms themselves and that kind of thing because they just spent that $30 million. But it was the
So
three remaining Golden Girls.
So it was like Faulty Towers meets Golden Girls, kind of.
Right, with Don Cheadle.
Of course.
As Meshack Taylor.
And,
Oh, wait, no, he was designing women.
in a funny way, right? And Cheech Marin.
No.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it's really good.
Nobody.
This actually sounds great so far.
Yeah, that's it. We did a whole season of that.
And how
Don Cheadle said, in that super real Don Cheadle way, saying, "Okay, now hold on, girls. Wait a second. Rose, you really like this guy. Tell him. Doesn't matter if he's older than you."
That sounds ahead of its time in that because I immediately thought of Meshack Taylor, but then realized, oh no, that's not Golden Girls, that's Designing Women, which is so many years later, and still the black guy in your sitcom had to be, in that case, I think he was playing a gay guy, but he was certainly like he was very
in Golden Palace.
No, Designing Women
in Misak, yeah.
It's been a long time coming for like black people on sitcoms. So like it's either like you're doing black sitcoms and it's like, hey, it's Uncle Martin's Place, and or it's like you're a white sitcom. Like we have not learned how to do sitcoms together.
Well, in fairness, it's because white people kind of have no right. To make black people funny. It really almost comes down to that. You can make them dumb, you can make them smart, you can make anything is kind of offensive, right? When it comes from
Sure.
Although there was a famous story about Red Fox during Sanford and Son, who wanted to get rid of all the white writers. And so he had a whole African-American writing team, and then they had a table read.
Oh, Jesus.
And at the end of it, he yelled, "Bring me my Jews!" True story. Which is a great way to look at it. It's like, my Jews.
It's a great way to split the difference between white and black. And it's why, there's a historic significance to that idea that Jews. Are you Jewish, Mitch?
I'm Jewish.
Jewish.
Yeah. Which comes up every time I take a bath.
Right.
I'm confronted with that.
With this fucking giant Loch Ness monster,
circumcised.
But there's a historic significance to the idea that in the old days, entertainment, along with handling money and garments and all this stuff that became stereotypical, it was considered
the realm
beneath
of
the upper class.
All that stuff.
We're not going to handle that.
Banking, all that stuff was like.
But the idea that entertainment was considered one of that, it's dirty. It's pornographic, basically. Yeah. Before there was pornography, entertainment was pornographic. Like, the idea of making movies.
Is it really true?
Yeah.
It was like that?
That's why there's such a heavy tradition of like
underclass
Jewish fellows. I can't they go where
they stick their nose in it. Dan, is that what you were going to say? They stick their nose into.
I'm pretty sure that's what he was going to say, man.
Unbelievable.
Don't make me the new.
I'm pretty sure that's what he was going to say.
You made us say
that's
stick
what
their nose in our heads.
Historically, they've gone where we've let them go. I said we. The Cro-Magnons let them go.
Yeah.
It was considered like beneath like proper people.
Only the Hebes would do it? Is that what you're about to say?
Well, that is what I'm saying.
Unbelievable.
Pretty sure that's what he was saying.
Whoa, Rob. Were you about to use the N-word?
Say it.
No.
That was Will Arnett. Will Arnett did that to Jason. That's Will's joke. He was in a meeting with Jason Bateman, and right in the middle of it, he said, whoa, were you about to say the N-word? And as Jason was saying no, he was like, because that's not okay. I'm not down with that. And everybody, of course, just looked at Jason. No. One of those great dry Jason takes. Probably.
Jews, black people, TV. We'll figure it out.